Hello, for your CNA fans, and welcome to another episode of Test Tip Tuesday. I'm your host, Miss Patty from For Your CNA, and I'd like to welcome you to today's episode where we're going to talk about what to wear to the CNA state exam. This is a common question that I see not only in my classroom-based program, but also online in the comments and on our YouTube channel. So I want to take just a moment to talk about this. In the United States, there are two major CNA testing companies. There's Prometric, who tests in 13 states, and then there's Pearson VUE, who I think tests in 22 states now. The remainder of the states still do independent state testing, so they're not under one of these two major companies. I can't talk about the independent companies, but I can talk about both Pearson VUE and Prometric. If you head over to our website, I'll have a listing of which company is testing in each state. Generally speaking, it is best to wear scrubs to the CNA state exam, but it's not required. You can test in khakis or jeans, or I've even seen shorts. The only requirement for dress code for testing is that you have closed-toed shoes. Now, that being said, I don't recommend testing in civilian clothes for a couple of different reasons. The first is that you've got to be able to perform very physical skills during the CNA state exam. You're going to be bending and lifting and squatting and kneeling and doing all sorts of things. And if you're in civilian clothing, that clothing may not move appropriately and it may restrict your ability to perform these skills well. So wearing scrubs is always recommended for that reason. The second reason is there's something to look the part, act the part. If you're dressed in scrubs, you're going to subconsciously move your body in certain ways. You're going to present more professionally. You're going to give a better overall image to the evaluators. And even though they're not there to judge you on your clothing, it will have a subconscious effect. If you look like a CNA and you're performing the skills like a CNA, then you're probably going to be more readily seen as a CNA. So it will affect in an indirect way how you're judged by the evaluators as well. Even though it's not supposed to, I'm sure that subconsciously it does play a little bit of a role. So scrubs are always preferred, but I do want to say this. If you're going to wear scrubs, you want to present as professional an image as possible. So you probably don't want to show up in scrubs that are stained and ripped and have holes and ink stains, or they're faded or they don't match. You really want to present a professional image. Anytime that you're working with nursing professionals. So whether you're going for the test or you're going for an interview or you're meeting an instructor to be admitted to a program, you really want to make sure that you're presenting yourself in the most professional manner possible. So make sure that your scrubs are neat, clean, pressed is always good, that they match, they're not faded, and they're in good repair. You want to make sure that you have closed-toed shoes on as well. So anything that covers the foot, like Crocs, are not acceptable because they have holes and they don't have a closed-in back. But sneakers, flats, tennis shoes, anything along those lines would be perfectly acceptable. Certainly don't wear high heels. You're there to work. You don't want to really wear cowboy boots or anything like that. You want to wear a good, solid, well-fitting work shoe. Tattoos don't need to be covered for the test in most settings, so you don't really have to worry about tattoos, although, again, to present a more professional image, if you have visible tattoos on your arms, I would recommend either a solid color undershirt or a scrub jacket over your scrubs. That does help present a more professional image. Makeup should be minimal and natural. Hair should be pulled back if it's long. Jewelry should be minimal. You definitely don't want to be wearing a lot of rings and a lot of bracelets because that can actually get in your way when you're doing hand washing, and that would cause the evaluators to have to take an extra step in grading you because of that infection control risk. So you want to make sure that you're dressed appropriately as far as jewelry is concerned. I hope that this cleared up some confusion on what to wear to the state exam. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What did you wear to your state exam? And what are some wacky things that you saw worn to a state exam? Probably the wackiest one I've ever seen is a girl showed up in a bikini top with a tank top over it and cut off shorts because she thought she was just going to run in, take a written test, and then head to the beach. She didn't even know about the clinical skills. So here's someone who probably didn't pay attention in their CNA program. So what are some wacky things that you've seen when you went to take the state exam? I'd love to hear your comments. Please make sure that you like our channel, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. That way you're aware of every new video that we post. In our weekly series, we have Motivation Monday, Test Tip Tuesday, Workplace Wednesday, Newsflash Thursday, Fashion Friday, and Career Spotlight Saturday. And we hope to see you at each one of those. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below. If you have a suggestion for a future topic you'd like to see on Test Tip Tuesday, we'd love to hear that from you as well. So make sure you leave a comment, like and subscribe to our channel, and until next time, happy caregiving.